here for a lifetime underneath the moonlight. Cause I don't want us to go. No, I don't want us to go. Yeah, you could be my lifeline, you could be my sunshine. In a world so full of pain, can you make it go away? Used to be so sad that love was lost, but now it's here to stay. Yeah, I used to be uncomfortable, but look at me today. Never thought I'd find someone like you, someone to show the way. But now I know you're the answer to my prayer. You and me must be right. Something's in the air, I can feel it now. You and me must do something right. We can't get enough of us. You and me every night, aiming for the stars with the love so bright. You and me must do something right. Baby, I believe in us. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I'm sorry for the burden, sorry I was hurting, but my scars are almost healed. Yeah, my scars are almost healed. Yeah, I'm feeling like a child now. Everything's alright now, and it's all because of you. You made the flower in me bloom. Used to be afraid of everything, but now there's no more fear. Yeah, I used to let nobody in and hide my face with tears. Always thought of you as someone who can love someone like me, but I was wrong. Baby, now I believe. You and me must be right. Something's in the air, I can feel it now. You and me must do something right. We can't get enough of us. You and me every night, aiming for the stars with the love so bright. You and me must do something right. Baby, I believe in us. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. I believe in you and me, you and me, you and me, you and me, yeah. You and me must be right. Something's in the air, I can feel it now. You and me must do something right. We can't get enough of us. You and me every night, aiming for the stars with the love so bright. You and me must do something right. Baby, I believe in us.
Hey, welcome in. Hey, hey, hey.
You and me, 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 you and me.
Hey, hey. Mm. 3, 2, 1. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Danae Show. I am Danielle Danea, aka Danae, and I've got a lot to say. So let's get into it. The Black Lives Matter Mural Plaza is being removed. Let's talk about it. So, if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, what Black Lives Matter Mural Plaza, well, let me tell you about it. So, the Black Lives Matter Plaza is I don't know, when I researched the story, they were in the process of, getting rid of it, and it's a big old mural. So I don't think it's fully removed yet. So, but it might be, I don't know. It looked like they were hard at work, but I'm going to say is in the process, is a 2-block pedestrian section in downtown Washington, D.C. And it was specifically on the 16th Street Northwest location and was renamed in 2020 by Mayor Mural Bowser of Washington, D.C., right? Before that, it was just named, I tried to look up the name of the street before it was renamed this, but I think it was just named 16th Street Northwest. It was just the name of the location, right? But this was renamed in 2020 by Mayor Mural after the Department of Public Works painted the words Black Lives Matter in big yellow 35-foot tall, guys, capital letters marked on the street. So it's a big, if you see it, I looked up pictures, you see the picture that was in the thumbnail, it's huge, you know, big yellow, you can't miss it on this street, right? And obviously, you know, in 2020, we all know what happened in 2020. This was in response to everything that was happening with the death of George Floyd and the death of Breonna Taylor. And yeah, people were outraged when that happened. So, you know, people, when I say people, you guys know, I mean the leftists and liberals and every emotional human being felt like that needed to be a statement, you know, a big statement, because Black lives were dying and Black lives weren't being protected like they should be. So they felt like this needed to happen, right? But now, in March 2025, Representative Andrew Clyde introduced the H.R. 1774, which this basically would withhold funding from D.C. unless the plaza was renamed the Liberty Plaza and the mural, the Black Lives Matter mural, was removed. And then Mayor Mural then announced basically that this was in the process of happening on her personal X account or Twitter account. And the city announced that the city would be removing the mural due to personal threats and attacks from both President Trump and the Republican Congress, allegedly. But, you know, this is what she's saying. And yeah, basically that's a little backstory on this mural. So it's a mural / plaza, literally, of the word just Black Lives Matter. And I think also the DC flag was on there as well. But again, this was just news the other day. This just recently happened. So people were outraged. People were freaking outraged. And again, when I say people, I mean the leftists and liberals, right? I totally get why this is happening. But for you guys who don't understand and are the left side or the liberal side, let me break it down to you as to why I'm not upset about this happening. Now, you know, people on the left were saying, you know, obviously when this happened, that, you know, it was a show of racism and how Donald Trump hates Black people and really doesn't care about Black lives and No. And let me not say no. I don't know Trump personally. Like, he might be very well a hardcore racist or doesn't care for Black people that much. But this action wasn't because of racism. It was because it was a movement that was fake. This movement, Black Lives Matter, it wasn't about caring more about Black people's lives. It was about a profit to these elitists that knew they could profit off Black people being in their feelings, because time and time again that is proven to be true. It was just an opportunity to profit off of Black people's victim mentality, as I always call it, as what it is. And that's what it is. And Donald Trump is like, no, enough is enough. This is crazy. I know, we all know Black Lives Matters. Even if, you know, I don't like people. Trump is the guy who moves based off common sense. And we have seen this time and time again. You can hate Trump all you want, but his actions just in these past few months have proven that this man moves logically. He knows what the F he's doing. He does. And he was like, wait, this doesn't make sense. It was 5 years later, guys. This is 5 years later. And we're talking about Black Lives Matter. We know Black Lives Matter. We know everybody's lives matter. So why are we going to single out one group of people when it's just common sense? We know this to be true. We don't have to broadcast it in big old 35-foot tall letters on a street. For what? And again, this whole movement wasn't about Black lives mattering to begin with. It was just to gain a profit. I literally said, so many us conservatives and people on the right, we knew that Black Lives Matter was a scam. Well, I didn't know it from the jump. I'm not going to lie. In 2020, I was not completely left, not completely right. I was just like, oh, okay. And I remember putting a post, I was like, Black Lives Matter. And I said, all lives matter. I even said all lives matter in the post, but I specifically said Black because, I was on this like, oh, I got to say Black people because, people are talking about Black people. I was more eager to please and more eager to be liked for the thing I said, which I'm not now. But now that I have fully grasped the concept of the situation, you realize that Black Lives Matter was just a weapon it was weaponizing race in order to exploit white liberal guilt. That's all it was. While rewriting history to justify the grid. I remember I saw this post by somebody and I was just like, this is so true. It was to make white liberals feel guilty and also profit off money from them and the people I'm talking about, these elitists, these people who run these organizations that, ask you to donate the money so we can put it more towards, racial injustice and Black people who are struggling, whatever. The people running these countries, pardon me, the people running these organizations and profiting off of this weren't Black guys. If you look at the numbers, Candace Owens did so well going into this. She has a whole segment based off this. And Black people did not benefit from Black Lives Matter at all. Not in 2020, not in 2021, and so on and so forth. So again, business-minded, successful Trump is like, why are we putting out this Black Lives Matter movement when they aren't even benefiting from this movement? Whether I like them or not, it doesn't make any sense logically. Trump is sitting back. I wouldn't want something to continue that I'm not profiting on. That is supposed to be about me, right? But no one of color, no one of a logical mind is sitting back and thinking about that. Like, I really didn't me doing all this rah-rahing and rioting. I didn't make not one single cent. I didn't contribute. I didn't give money to one single family that maybe lost a family member during, I don't know, unjustly during that time frame. It's such hypocrisy. I just can't. And again, it's like you're mad about something that you're not even working to make better. And I can even go further. It's not even a thing. But if you want to believe it's a thing, you're not even trying to make it better. Again, I don't think Black men, we've seen the numbers. I don't even have to say, I know Black men are not being just wrongfully murdered in the street for no reason. That's not happening in 2025, okay? Again, you see a little clip from the mainstream media, like the George Floyd clip back in 2020, and you see a knee on his head and always like, oh, it must be racial injustice. Oh, it's because he's a Black man, he's putting his knee on his neck. Like, no, that's not happening. And the one time it does happen, they gotta make it seem like it's something that it's not. Because the people recording and pushing this out to the media are people that know that people that they know are going to be emotionally riled up and are not going to take the time to watch the clip in its entirety and are going to be so rah-rah about it. And that's what we want. And that's what they want. They want you to be riled up. Like, it's so funny. Black people think, white people don't want us to, be protesting and all this other stuff. Like, no, makes them look better. They're not mad at it because at the end of the day, they're profiting off of it. If they can put something out there easy, like, oh, we're for Black people, Black Lives Matter, they shouldn't be getting killed in the street. Look at this. Oh, again, they're profiting off of it. And it makes them look better. Because they're not being ghetto. They know that's not the way to solve problems. And that's what it is. I thought we were past this, guys. In my title, my thumbnail, I was like, okay, let's move on, because it's really 5 years later. It's time to move on from this. I get when it right happened, everybody was emotional. Like I said, I was a little bit emotional, not as emotional as other people were. I was like, okay, maybe I have to say something about it, but then I moved on with my life. But it's just like, come on now. We've seen everything that happened with COVID, everything that's happened with the election. It's like, come on, we're too smart to be this naive, to be this outrage still, saying it's because white people hate black people. No, we hate ourselves enough not to be smart with ourselves and be honest with ourselves as to what's really going on. Like I said, I wanted to move past this, but I'm not surprised, because people on the left and liberals, they try to justify everything they believe with their feelings and not facts. And so this just is another check on the list. There's another thing they can just add on to the list, period. Oh yeah, we're going to be emotionally led and see this removal of the mural on this plaza, or whatever, this plaza being renamed to Liberty Plaza, as a sign of white power. And we're victims. Again, white people rule the world and we just live in it. We command to be respected. We demand to be respected, even though we're doing disrespectful stuff every day and any day. But oh no, it's justified because our ancestors went through slavery. It's like, but our ancestors didn't even move this way. Our ancestors looking down looking down at us from heaven, and look at us like, what the heck are we doing? It's so backwards. And gosh, and people saying, I remember I love to read comments because I love hearing delusion. It's rare that I see common sense in comments under, situations like this. And again, I saw a crazy comment, and this person commented, it was like, it's crazy how saying Black Lives Matter is so controversial. Oh, they must hate us so much. It's just like, it's only controversial because you made it so. Not because white people made it so, black people made it so. And again, this was not news to anybody. Like, this was like, okay, like this was news to news people. Like, obviously I saw this in the New York Post. I saw it on Threads and Instagram, but other races of people, like, were just like, okay, it is what it is, done, moved on. And the conservative black people were like, okay, it is what it is. And we moved on. But it's the black, liberal, leftist community, Democrat community that wants to be so upset about things like this. And it's just like, why do you need to be reiterated? Let me ask you this. Why do you need to have something like this in order to let you know Black Lives Matter? Don't you know that already? That was the whole backing as to why Kanye West did the whole White Lives Matter, because it was just like, he was offended. He was like, you telling me my life matters? Like, I don't know that already? I'm going to say your life matters. And it's crazy when he says white lives matter, everybody is like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then you sit back and ask the person, oh, well, why is it a problem to say white lives matter? It's because they already know their lives matter. Yes, same for us. It's like, it's so weird. We want to spew this hate for white people, but it's like we must hate ourselves because we don't hold the same standard. We hold a higher standard, a better standard for white people than we do ourselves. Like, oh yeah, it's messed up because white people already know their lives matter. They move like their lives matter. And we should do the same, guys. It's not entitlement or crazy for a white person, for pardon me, for Kanye West to say white lives matter. If it's not for black, it's pick and choose a side. You can't have it. You have your cake and eat it too. Is it messed up or is it not messed up? And we're saying it's not messed up all around. But you're not saying it's messed up all around. It's so weird. It's only messed up when a white person does it, but when we say Black Lives Matter, it's empowering. It's so uplifting. No, it's not. It's it's like a duh moment being thrown in your face. It's like, yeah, obviously my life matters. Well, we need to start acting like it, guys. Yes, our lives do matter. But again, that wasn't the basis behind the Black Lives Movement. It was all about power. It's all about greed. It's all about profit. And the moment you get that through your head, guys, you won't be outraged about things like this. You see, it's actually beneficial. It propels our minds to move forward and actually work on, if we feel like issues, like if you feel like racial injustice is an issue, like do your research, figure it out. Go to your mayor, write a letter, or do something productive rather than sit and complain about something that isn't even worth. You don't even know what you're complaining about. It's a fake complaint, and you're not willing to do the work it is to get what you claim you want. Oh, guys. It doesn't matter. I see this all the time. Like, it doesn't matter about, Black people, we get so up in our feelings, and we're like commanding respect, demanding respect. And even though, in my opinion, we're not earning it, it's just like, we command and demand respect, but we also really want people to like us. And it's just like, no, it's not about liking us. It's about having the respect. Like, Donald Trump doesn't have to like Black people. Again, I don't know for sure if Donald Trump does like Black people, but I do know this. America has gotten better the moment he stepped in office. I know this man is not as selfish as people made him out to be, because again, he could be somewhere chilling. This man is rich, has been president before. He's well taken care of. He didn't have to come back into office and run for us, but he did. And ever since he did, he's putting his foot down when he's being disrespected. He's bringing common sense back into America. He's getting rid of things that are not profiting our people. So I'm not mad at it. Even though he may not like us, there's a respect factor. It's like my point is aim to be respected and not liked. Because there's a lot of people that like one another but don't respect one another. And if you ask them, they want respect way more than being liked. Because being liked gets you nowhere. It's when people respect you. When you walk into a room where people, stand up straighter. Shake your hand firm. That's what this world is about. At the end of the day, you can hate Trump all you want. People hate Trump, but they respect him for the things he's done, for the things he's accomplished. And we got to aim for that type of respect. Because when we do, we're unstoppable. We won't let our feelings get us so riled up over silly stuff like this, over stuff we shouldn't be riled up about. We should actually be happy about. All lives matter, guys. It's not just Black people. Again, I made a whole show about this. I don't know the specific time frame when it became a thing where Black people now all of a sudden are the elite race, and now everything we do has to be respected, even if it's the most disrespectful thing we're doing. Since we're Black, we need to get away with it. It's just like, it's delusion, to say the least. So, I hate that we took in 2020. I hate that we took an unfortunate death and turned it into a hate crime, made us hate truth. Hate white people. Hate gets you nowhere, guys. It doesn't. And when people justify the hate they have in their heart, again, because of unfortunate things they've had to endure, unfortunate things their ancestors had to endure, it's just complete and utter BS. This is the hardest. We live in 2025 when we have every opportunity at our feet. Our ancestors did not, and they did not act this way. We're not struggling. We're not suffering from racism. Quit it. Stop acting like you're suffering from racism. I have never experienced racism my whole life, not to my knowledge. And if not to my knowledge, I probably didn't experience it. And the same, I feel like, I'm pretty sure goes for a lot of all of you. And I grew up in Virginia, guys. Somewhere where people think people are the most racist. So stop the cap. You're not suffering. And if you are, it's just, if you're going through life is tough. It is. But life is what you make out of it. And a lot of the toughness you're experiencing in life is because you're lazy. It's because you're outraged about stuff like this instead of working on a goal to make more money in your business, so your kids can benefit from it and you can retire your family. It's not because of racism. It's because you're lazy. So, I I think that type of thinking is very detrimental, and I think Trump knows that. I think Republicans know that, and that's why carrying on, continuing having this Be Black Lives Matter mural plastered in big old yellow letters all over this 2-block radius. It's just like, what's the point? They're just like, oh, we need to move forward past this. Again, we already know this is happening. We know Black Lives Matter. Now what are we doing to make sure, all our country feels like they matter?
Good morning. I hope you slept well. If you find you need a little help with getting a good night's sleep, I've got some ideas from my friends at Ollie.
Over this.
To hear them, press say, keep me in sleep tips.
Common sense needs to be more common. That's what it is. Common sense needs to be more common. And that's what Trump was thinking. That's what Republicans were thinking. That's what Representative Andrew Clyde was thinking. Okay? So, yeah, we don't need to be mad at Donald Trump. We need to be mad at ourselves for thinking this was stupid. It wasn't. It was another smart move on Trump's hand. And yeah, and on the Republican side, it's another win. So you guys get it. I'm glad this happened. I can't wait for something else to happen that liberals and leftists are mad about, and how to break that down for you guys too. It's probably going to be the same talking points pretty much. But yeah, this is interesting to say the least, and I'm glad they're replacing it with Liberty Plaza. Again, all lives matter, whether you're white, black, Latino. They do. And I think a lot of this hate for white people stems up from the fact that they're doing what we wish we were doing. They're making the moves that we wish we were making in order to make. It's crazy. No, they have the profit we want, the status, the look we want, but it's like we don't want to do the work it takes to get there. And think, oh, their ancestors had this and that, this and this and this, so they have a one up on us. There's no excuse in 2025 now anymore for that. Yeah, maybe we could use that excuse in the 1960s, but no. They're like, oh, it passed down to generation to generation. We got to have more time. No. You can be a black successful man in 2025. You can be a millionaire in 2025 without having a rich daddy or a rich granddaddy. And it starts with fixing your mentality. It starts with you not being upset about having something removed that was not even benefiting you. It starts with doing research. It starts by caring about the way you move, think, and how other people perceive you. That's where that respect gets developed. But no, we just sit back and look at, the success of white people and be like, oh yeah, no, they might have worked hard, but they had a rich daddy. Don't know dang shit about their lives. Pardon my French. Just think because they're white, they got lucky. It's just like in few instances that may be true. But again, in 2025, you have no freaking excuse. You deal with the cards you were dealt in life and you figure it out. Black Lives Matter was a scam, guys. We didn't already know. I said it a million times. Stop it. It's scamming your thought process. It's scamming you to remain a victim. Get out of that. I talk about it too much, guys. We need to get out of that because when you remain a victim, there's no way to grow from that. There's no way to become a victor remaining in victim mentality. And that's why you're not winning. It's not because of a white man. It's because of you, man. So, don't be mad at this. Turn this down. Be happy about it. Be happy that you're not seen as a joke anymore. It's just literally a joke to other races of people. We're like, oh, why are they over here yelling the Black Lives Matter? Like they don't already know that already. Like we don't know that already. They look dumb. Be glad we're starting to move smart as a country. We're starting to make smarter moves. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, guys, please like this video if you like this video. Please comment always. I love to hear you guys' comments, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.
Aquel día el instinto nos decía que esa noche juntico no quería, que las ganas bebé nos ganaría, pero no fue así. Vamos lento, ya que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, ya, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos a jugar. Ella sabe que quiero a mi mamacita. Ella también quiere que seamos felices. Ella, la que se apresura a la vueltica. Ella es sin timidez. Como la ves no le importa dónde y cuándo. Pero nada no he hecho, no soy el que la mando. Nunca lo seré, su carácter no es de niña, que la puede controlar cualquiera. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, vamos lento y verás. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, vamos lento y verás. Vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, ya, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos los 7 días de la semana. Te doy de mañana y consejos sabes que no es. Te doy el desquite, que me quites todas esas ganas que te tengo, mujer. Todo el mundo sabe que tú y yo somos más que panas, pero nos vamos lento, que el que se apura no llega a nada, no llega a nada, nada. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, bebé, vamos lento y verás. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, bebé, vamos lento y verás. Vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos no